prettiest classrooms are not necessarily the best classrooms. It's really not the pan, it's the chef that makes things happen. That's why I keep going back to having excellent teachers in every classroom.
I think it's very important for the teacher to feel valued as a professional. Those high-quality teachers are very important to what we expect out of the classroom, the quality of the classroom. Having that responsive and sensitive teacher is key to the success of the program.
To have an excellent teacher in every classroom, you need to provide them with the support, the leadership who understands them and can lead them, as well as the coaches and the mentors who can help them hone their skills and really engage in the craft that they were prepared for.
Our role as a department and an agency has really been and will continue to be to support the teachers, the coaches, and all the adults involved in the education of these young children.
We have requirements for credentialing in our programs. Every teacher must have a bachelor's degree in early childhood education or child development or early education in special ed. To understand the development of a child is key.
The department's been very instrumental in getting the college and universities to change their teacher education curriculum for it to be best for early learning. And that took a lot of leadership for this department to step up, for post-secondary to step up and say, it's a give and take. We're going to have to make changes to have a qualified teacher workforce to meet the demand of high-quality pre-K teachers.
One of the very big things that we did to make pre-K important is that we provided pay parity for those pre-K teachers. So pre-K teacher makes exactly what a teacher in K-12 makes. In providing that salary, that teacher is a professional. She wants to stay in that classroom, and it's really increased our quality.
It's very motivating as a professional because I know that I have Secretary Ross's support and everyone in our office. When we see a problem, we see an issue, we attack it. We can diffuse it as quickly as possible because we have that flexibility to do that and then move on.
We've got the state set up in 8 different regions. There's a staff of 8 regional directors across the state. Each regional director is responsible for hiring and supervising all of the coaches and monitors in their area across the state.
One of the things that I think is special about Alabama is their coaches.
The professional development that our program offers is probably the key factors to success for our state.
We have the role of coaches who go in and work directly with the teachers on self-reflection, support them through improvement goals that they would like to see. And then we have the monitors across the state that work more with the pre-K directors in each program, working with the budgets, working on compliance with the program guidelines and things like that. It really builds the relationship to have the coach as a separate job.
This is my first year teaching ever, so I'm a brand new teacher. I have an auxiliary teacher, so we have 2 teachers in each classroom, and so we kind of work fluidly together to teach and plan our daily lessons. And then we also have our coaches and our monitors. They've just been so supportive ever since the beginning. That's one thing that I've loved so much being a new teacher. I always had so many questions, and so they were always so quick to respond and so eager to help.
It's hard when you are outnumbered by 18 4-year-olds in a classroom. So we need to make sure they have everything that could possibly help them.
But if a teacher doesn't have that support system, sometimes it can be very lonely, it can be very isolating. And a lot of times it just means that a teacher can't reach their potential because they don't have time to sit back and think and to reflect on what it is they do. And I think when that happens, we miss a lot of the potential of teachers.
I'm not sure of any other state that has the mentorship that they have in Alabama to go in the classroom and to model and to give suggestions and help teachers be the best that they can be.
We have a huge conference every year, and it's a time when teachers can get away, spend the night in a hotel, visit with their colleagues from across the state, spend time together and feel valued.
It's 3 days full of information and overload. You come back so excited. It's a great new way to start the year, but it is also a great way for these teachers to meet each other, to exchange ideas, and to learn from some of the very best.
It's almost like a revival to inspire them and re-energize them to go back and do some of these things with the children and remind them this is what we need to be doing.
This conference is a great experience, and I couldn't have asked for anything more from this program.
It's just a wonderful thing where we can come together to learn more and just spread the gospel to teach our children a better way. And when we take it back to our classroom, that's when the fun starts with me, because what I've learned here, I can see it on my children's face.
think the most important thing about this program is that it's all child-based interest, because when they're interested in their learning, they're more motivated to work harder, they're more excited to work harder. You can see the love of learning develop through their interests.
We really get to focus on the social emotional aspect of it, so that when they do get to kindergarten, then they're ready social emotionally, so then they can be ready academically.
Alabama has been really one of the only states that said statewide we want to make a commitment. Their coaches all got training on social emotional development, and then the leadership for the coaches got that support.
Diverse delivery is a unique feature of the Alabama First Class Pre-K program. It enables us to serve children in multiple settings.
Once someone takes funding from the Department of Early Childhood Education, they are agreeing to the first class model that we have put together. And this model is outlined in the program guidelines, the classroom guidelines.
We allow grants to be written by public school systems, private child cares, faith-based programs, military-based, home-based programs.
You find the best way to deliver your model, and it's not all one size fits all. That's the beauty of this system, is that they're all unique.
We just believe that this approach enables us to reach children wherever they are.
Our classrooms just have everything that you can imagine in it. We work very closely with each area of the classroom to make sure that everything that they need is in there.
Oh, this classroom is amazing. It has all the learning environments that a child could ever dream of. It has small group areas, it has a dramatic play area, block area, manipulative area, art, science, reading, listening. They're all right here.
Usually around $18,000 to $20,000 can fully furnish a classroom. We have some different companies that have put together classroom packages for us, and so it's almost like a one-stop shop. You can purchase a package and it is everything from the ground up as far as what goes into a classroom.
The paper, the pencil, the rugs, the glue, crayons. We don't want the parents to have to bring any kind of supplies, so all the supplies that the children need are included in that package.
We don't necessarily put kids in chairs and tables. We have a lot of parents that come into our classrooms and they don't understand. They think the kids are just playing. But what we try to teach that parent is play is the work of children. When you play, you learn.
We're looking at the whole child here, and we know that not only does the child need a beautiful learning laboratory, outside play, and everything in between, children also need nutrition that is top rated. Without that piece, of course, the brain cannot develop nor the body.
So we have nutrition requirements for the program. They are expected to provide at least one nutritious meal per day.
Each one of our classes have a health screening. So they come in and have a physical screening, they do an eye check, a dental check, and from that a referral could be made to ensure that a child would get glasses or a child would get dental care.
Having a community support base and a child ready to learn, whether they have been immunized or they are socially, emotionally ready or they're educationally ready, it does take the entire community and all people working together. The health community, the business community, education, and parents.
We try to encourage a healthy child from the top to the bottom, from the inside to the outside.
When we think about the whole child or the whole brain child, we're thinking about holistic health. And we can't think about that without thinking about what is their home life like. Not only what their home life is like, the holistic well-being of the parent.
Understanding that parents play a huge role. There's a tremendous amount of emphasis placed on parental involvement.
The parents are part of the system. They're connected through our home visiting programs as well that we try to connect through our pre-K program.
Each child comes from a different background, socially, economically, racially, everyone's different, and my job as the lead teacher is to stay in touch with the parent, where they come from, and what their desires, what their goals are for their children, and continue to keep in contact with those parents when they reach those goals.
Hi, my name is Iria White, and this is Cash. Me staying at home was not an option.
So, it was going to have to be either pay this or be able to be accepted into one of the pre-K programs.
Hi, my name is Delia Hasbury, and my son is in a first-class pre-K classroom here in Montgomery, Alabama at the Bell Road YMCA. It's a great experience. They have great teachers, monitors. It's a great system. I came from a family. I was the first one to graduate and go to college. I was so proud to do that. I knew that I wanted that for my children. I encourage, get in your education. Go on to college. It gives you better opportunities out there. Go and get in this work field, whether you're in Alabama or wherever. Just learn as much as you can here.
What I've come to see with the program, the maturity, the independence, just a lot of growth. I've seen a big difference from when he's attended other programs in other schools. Just the willingness and the eagerness to learn has been a major difference. What planet did you take to school with the rings? What planet did we do? Earth. We did not do Earth. What has rings?
Saturn.
Saturn. What's on those rings?
Rocks.
Rocks. Yeah.
We understand that when you put parents in positions where they are equipped with resources and knowledge around child development, then we help build and better support the foundation for success for those children that they care for on a daily basis.
The parents that I've talked to, they're very pleased with the program.
My fellow moms, they love it. We are so happy.
His social skills have really expanded, and that's been a good thing too. Just being able to meet different people and just have different type of conversations. The maturity is crazy to me. It's been a big difference from last year to this year.
I really have seen him just flourish from start to now.
Parents are engaged. They are encouraged to be part of the classroom experience. They are encouraged through parent engagement activities that some of our classrooms may provide.
They sign a contract and they have to have 12 hours of parental involvement per year. That's encouraged. And we bring in parents for workshops at night, and then of course they can come in, volunteer.
We work hand in hand together. So I really enjoy that part. I feel good about talking to the teachers, and the teachers feel good about talking to me.
Tell me, what do you see? What animal is that?
A pig.
Do you know what sound the pig makes?
So much of education is not just what goes on in the schools, it's what goes on at home with the parents who read to children, who start early in helping development and promote a love of learning, reading, language development.
One of the amazing things that we do as a department is we have the First Teacher Home Visiting Program that works with using 3 evidence-based home visiting models. What First Teacher Home Visiting does is make sure that the 3-year-olds are also on track as they enter pre-K and on to kindergarten.
I travel the state informing parents of many of the strategies and ideas that we give to help them help their children. That's the first thing you have to do, is train parents or give those parents the knowledge base to help their own children. And I think if we can get the parents on board to helping their children, then the children will be more successful.
We are in about 43 counties with our home visiting. It is still one of those situations where we could be serving more, and we would like to work towards serving more young children.
It's got to be done at the state level, mainly. Some federal funds are needed for it. And it's got to be done at the community level. And we can all work as citizens and as neighbors to do it. We ought to put our children first in America. It's the morally right thing to do, by the way, but it's also the smart thing to do economically.